Hi guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about string formatting in Python. Specifically, we're going to be using a newer Python feature from Python 3.6 onwards. So for this video, make sure that you're using Python 3.6 or later. Let's say that you've got two strings. One which is Bob and has the name of name, and one which is hello Bob and has the name of greeting. If you print greeting out, of course, you're going to get hello Bob, since that are the contents of the string. But if you set name to Rolf and then you print greeting again, then naturally as you run that, you're going to get hello Bob and then hello Bob again. Greeting contains the string name, which is Bob, but it doesn't calculate it dynamically, which means that when greeting is defined, it contains the characters hello, comma, space, Bob. And then changing name doesn't change that greeting. So if you wanted to change the greeting, you would have to do something a little bit different. Indeed, instead of typing hello, comma, Bob, what you'd like to do is to put an F in front of the quotation marks. So now we've got what's called an F string in Python. An F string allows us to embed variables inside of strings. So here, instead of hello, comma, Bob, we can do hello, comma, name inside these curly braces. Now, again, we've got F, and then inside the string, we can use the curly braces, and inside the curly braces, we can put a variable name. So when this is calculated, name will be replaced by Bob. So we will print out hello Bob. So if we run that, you'll see down here that we get hello Bob. So exactly the same thing as before. At this point, I'll say that if you do what we had earlier and set name to Rolf, and then you print greeting again, you'll have the same problem as before. So if you press play again, you'll see hello Bob, hello Bob. So what we've done here is we have embedded the variable inside the string with the value that that variable had at this point in time, in line 2. So in line 2, name had the value of Bob, so greeting is hello Bob. So what is the point of using the F string if it doesn't change dynamically? Well, the good thing about this F string is that instead of defining a variable for it, if you wanted to have a different value each time, you could just print it out like that and get rid of this variable definition. Now, what we've got here is we are printing, and inside the brackets, we've got the value that we want to print. So here we have the F string, which includes an F, then the quotation marks, and then the characters inside it, including the variable. By doing something like this, now every time you run this code, you're going to use the name at its latest point in time. So we get hello Bob and hello Rolf. There is a way of defining a template, which instead of calculating it at the time where it is defined, you can calculate the values to be replaced inside it later on. Here's how you do that. So you can define your greeting as hello and then open and closing curly braces. Notice that we don't have an F in front of it. Then you can say that with name, which is another variable, is greeting.format and then name. So what we've done here is we have created now 3 strings. We have the string name, which has the value Bob. We have the string greeting, which is our template, which says hello, comma, curly braces. And finally, we say greeting.format, and then inside brackets, we put in the name. So what this is doing is essentially it's calling the format function inside of greeting. And what that's doing is it is giving the name to this template, and what the template will do is it will replace the curly braces by the contents of the name variable. So with name will contain hello, comma, Bob. If we print that out, you'll see what I mean. You get hello Bob printed out. One of the benefits of this is that you can then use this with name with other things. So you can reuse the template, the greeting, and instead pass in Rolf, for example, and then if you run this, you'll get hello Rolf. So it allows you to define a template that you can reuse with multiple values. Notice that in here you can have one with Bob there, then you can have one with Rolf, And you can do that everywhere there. So now you have reused the template 2 times to create 2 different strings. This is why the format can be useful instead of F strings, but generally you'll be using F strings if you're using Python 3.6 or later. Another benefit of using format is that you can create longer templates. For example, here we've got a longer phrase that says hello, comma, placeholder. Today is placeholder. So we can say longer phrase dot format, and then we can pass in Rolf and Monday. And what this will do is it will put the values Rolf and Monday into the placeholders one at a time. So Rolf will go into the first placeholder, Monday will go into the second placeholder, and then you can print this out and you will get back the appropriate value. Hello Rolf, today is Monday. Again, you could do this with many different strings, so that is something that is available if you'd like to use it. But generally, you'll be using F strings. Those are the 2 main ways of doing string formatting in Python, which means essentially to embed values inside a string. There are other ways which are older, but we're not going to be learning about those in these videos, just because they're not really used all that much anymore. Thanks for joining me in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.